Hi Pisces, how are you? Let's do your daily reading. Excuse me, I hope you're doing well. Okay, there's some sort of conversation coming because my voice just went all funny. Either you're opening up or someone else is opening up about something they've been holding back. That could just be a side message, but just know it's coming. All right, so this is going to be for any significant Pisces placements you may have, or if you're dealing with a Pisces and you're cross-watching, this may resonate. Just remember to flip the roles if need be. Take what resonates as it applies to your situation, even if I'm not giving your exact specific example. Trust your own guidance. Always feel free to check out any other video on the channel. They're all done in divine timing, meant for you to find them when you need them. So it's always worth just having a glance over the playlist and seeing if anything stands out at you, and if it does stand out, then it's probably because it has a message for you. The Chariot, travel, determination, Cancer energy. But I also get this sense like someone's coming to say something, like they've made up their mind. Okay. Thank you all so much for liking the videos, for sharing them, for your beautiful comments and sharing your feedback and your stories with me. I really, really appreciate it. I'm going to sit down and respond to comments today, I think. But yeah, interacting with the videos just lets me know that you like the readings, you enjoy them, you find them useful. It also helps the channel get seen by more and more people because it helps whatever the YouTube algorithm does. So it's a win-win all around, right? And it's all free, and it's all about sharing love and support for one another. So thank you all for taking part in that. All right, so let's see. What's going on for Pisces placements at the time they view this video? What do they need to know for their highest good? Okay. We have an Alice in Wonderland themed deck today. Also a new deck. I have several Alice in Wonderland themed tarot decks and oracle decks, but I don't think there's a way I can use them all in one reading. There's just too many. I might do like a themed week at some point or something. I don't know. But let's see. All right, bottom of the deck, the Three of Cups. Celebration, socializing, going out, enjoying time with loved ones. Could also be a date. It's coming together. It could also be reunion or some sort of reconciliation. Reconciliation doesn't always mean just getting back together with someone. It's just coming together with someone after a time that you haven't seen each other, right? Or making peace after a time you haven't really seen eye to eye or something along those lines. And you know these things. I'm just saying for maybe people who are new to tarot, they're not quite sure what we mean. Okay, so let's see. Current situation, the Ace of Swords. Clarity, truth. Let's cut through, I hear let's cut through the BS, or yeah, something along those lines. Let's say everything that needs to be said, putting everything on the table. Also a sense of victory here. Yeah, look, the challenge is the Judgment card. This is something that it needs to be said, it needs to be spoken. It may have been something where someone took a long time to come to a decision of what they wanted to say or what they were going to do, or someone made up their mind but they never spoke up about it. Okay, and it was a case of it's eating them up, so they just have to say what they have to say. Okay, it's that kind of an energy that I'm seeing here. In the Foundation, the Seven of Cups. Yeah, see, someone took a long time. They're very confused. They didn't know what they were going to do. They didn't know what they were going to say. They didn't know what the right decision was, which way they wanted to go. And that could have been you. Too many choices, too many possibilities. This is also where we kind of live in our head a little bit. It's not like necessarily worst case scenarios like the Nine of Swords, but this is going through all the potential scenarios that could happen, good and bad, to the point where we confuse ourselves, to the point where we don't know what's real anymore. So then we don't want to do anything because we don't know what to trust and what not to trust in our own thinking. Does that make sense? Okay. In the recent past, the Ten of Cups. Happy time with family, friends, loved ones, some sort of family event, some sort of gathering, some sort of conclusion happening or completion with the Ten of Cups. That made you very happy. There could also have been some sort of announcement in the family, a wedding, pregnancy, birth announcement, housewarming party. I don't know, something that I feel like it made you realize that that is what I want. Out of the 7 cups that I'm looking at, or how many it is, you attending some sort of gathering, event, or just spending time with friends, family, you realized what you wanted to do. You realized which of those cups you wanted to go with, okay? What you wanted your life to be about for the next 10, 20 years. Because judgment is that kind of a decision, right? So what's on your mind today? We have the devil. This is what I mean. You've been kind of this, or you or someone else, whoever this is, that's been confused. It's been to the point of obsession, okay? To the point where it's kind of taken a life of its own. And again, going back to, you don't know what to trust and what you're seeing and thinking, therefore you're not taking any sort of action, right? But you being in that state of mind kind of took away power from yourself, right? Because you're like, I don't feel in control. I don't know what's happening. I feel like this is too much for me. I feel like this is too confusing. I don't know what to do. I feel stuck and powerless in my confusion. And this is where you now want to talk about it, Ace of Swords, because you know that talking about it will dispel whatever this fear was, whatever this confusion, whatever this obsessive, cyclical type of energy. Because I feel like you've gone through a cycle of making up your mind and then doubting it and starting over. Making up your mind, doubting it, and then starting over, trying to make up your mind, right? Making up your mind. Someone said something, you doubt yourself, or something happened, or whatever it is, you started doubting yourself, and then you started the process all over again. And that has been the cycle. That has kept you stuck, okay? And maybe friends, family, or you attending a gathering, an event, a family event. Doesn't have to be your own. It could be a wedding. You attended. Or celebrating someone's good news, and it made you realize, you know what? I want that for myself. Yes, that's what I want my life to be about. So now it's a case of speaking about it, putting it out there, making it known. Maybe you've been at a distance from someone, and that's why, and you would prefer, Ace of Swords, to have the conversation in person rather than over the phone or online. And that has been a challenge, because it's like, can't stop thinking about it. I need to get it out, but I really want to be in front of this person when I do that. Could be something like that. So let's see what's going on today. We have the Hangman, your energy. We have the Hierophant, Taurus energy, and the Queen of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This is gaining a new understanding about your long-term goals and plans and what makes you happy and what you want to build in your life. Okay, that's how I'm reading this. The Hangman talks about a new perspective gained after a time of reflection, after a time of being stuck or feeling stuck. But when we get there, we just kind of go with it as opposed to trying to fight it. And when we just kind of take our hands off it and be like, well, there's nothing I can do for now, but let's just see what happens. When we're in that place of observing and allowing, that's how we gain a new understanding and a new perspective, okay, with the Hierophant there. About long-term goals, or about an earth sign in your life, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Or about family matters, okay? Let's get more cards out here, and then we'll talk about all the scenarios that I'm seeing. So let's clarify for Pisces. Ace of Swords in the current situation. We have the 9 of Cups. Yes, you're fully confident in your decision, and it's what you want, and you've made up your mind, okay? And it's final with the Judgment card here. Is the challenge, the world, yeah. The challenge is distance, actual distance for some of you. Similar to yesterday's reading a little bit. For those of you, the challenge is some sort of delay in starting your new process. And again, I feel like for some of you, it's because you wanted to have an in-person conversation, and you have to wait a little bit for that. Or you're waiting for someone else to come home from wherever they are to have the conversation if you're not the one traveling. Wrapping up a big cycle in order to start a new one. Clearing the slate. Okay, Judgment with the World card. 7 of Cups in the foundation. 5 of Pentacles. Yeah. Now, the Seven of Cups with the Five of Pentacles can have a touch of pessimistic thinking. Thinking, what if I lose this and that? And this is where we think of the possibilities of doing something or starting something, where it could go, like in a positive way. But then our fears creep in with the Devil, and we start thinking about everything that we could potentially lose if it doesn't go well. And it keeps you stuck. Okay, that's what's been going on. Further, this is something or someone is at a distance from you, and you're just missing each other pretty much, and waiting for the time where you can have an in-person conversation. Ten of Cups in the recent past, Queen of Swords. So for some of you, this could have been the end of a relationship, the end of a marriage, divorce that happened recently. I feel like with the Ten of Cups, you're happy about it. It's bittersweet, because it's never fun. But I feel like you're happy because Nine of Cups, you're going from the Ten of Cups to the Nine of Cups, okay? Being involved in something to on your own, in preparation to start a new cycle, something else with someone else, somewhere else. And again, it could be that you attending someone's happy celebration or someone's wedding or whatever made you look at your own relationship. This could have been recent past or going further back, but it made you look at your own relationship and realize that, this is never going to take me there. If I'm going to be honest with myself, this thing I'm in is never going to get there, and that's what I want. So therefore, I need to make some choices here. I need to make some changes, okay? You saw someone celebrating a happy event in their career, and you thought, that's what I want for myself as well. And I have to be really honest with myself, because my current situation is never going to get me there. If I'm going to be honest with myself, Queen of Swords, right? And so you made some changes. You started applying, putting yourself out there, searching for jobs. Now you're waiting for that official decision, for the contract, for the confirmation. I feel like you got a yes. There is a yes. So now you're waiting for it to be official with Judgment potentially before you hand in your notice over here, right? Because there is a waiting period before you can start a new commitment. The Devil on the mind, we have the Magician. There might have been an interfering person or party here, because the Devil with the Magician is a master manipulator, okay? This is someone who knows you very well and who knows exactly what to say and how to say it to get you to do what they want you to do, or to prevent you from doing what you want to do by planting doubt and fear in your head, okay? So you've kind of been battling the doubts that someone else planted in your head, or your own fears and doubts, okay? Remember. Let's see, the Hangman, the Hierophant, and the Queen of Pentacles. We have the Six of Swords, we have the Tower, and the Three of Wands. Here's that trip happening. Here's that, see, Six of Swords, overseas potentially. Three of Wands, again, overseas potentially. It doesn't have to be. And the Tower. For some of you, something could be sped up. A trip could be sped up or brought forward. For others of you, a move could be sped up. Like the plan is it'll happen in 3-4 weeks, and something happens and actually it's happening today, right? It could be something like that with the Tower. But I do get a sense of something unexpected happens in terms of travel, or in terms of the speed of something developing. Okay, let's see what else. Where is this going? Nine of Swords, Ten of Wands, and the High Priestess. I feel like you're choosing to trust your own intuition. You do recognize that you overthinking things has been a burden, and you overthinking things has been what has held you back or caused delays. And you're choosing now with the High Priestess and the Hierophant to trust your own intuition, to follow your own heart. Okay, I feel like for some of you, you've been listening to a lot of different people, and that's why you've been doubting yourself. Once you made up your mind, you started doubting it again because of what someone said. And it could be people in your family, or it could be people around you. It could be someone who's intentionally trying to plant doubt in your head, okay? I have people who mean well, and they're trying to give you advice, but they're not really involved in the situation, so they really don't know what they're saying, but they mean well. And I also have someone who is deliberately trying to prevent you from making the changes you're thinking of making. Okay. Yeah, Five of Wands, the Star, Page of Wands. You're choosing to trust your own intuition, what feels right for you, not other people. And there is communication happening. There is action being taken. It's more at the stage of like invitation, or let's talk about making a plan. Okay. With the Star. So I'm seeing some different things here. Under the Three of Cups, we have the Six of Wands. We have the Two of Cups. You've already made up your mind. You've already made your decision of what you want to do and who you want to be with. Three of Pentacles. Queen of Cups. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. Could be your energy or someone else you're dealing with. Eight of Cups. Page of Cups. The Moon. You've been in your head a lot, Pisces. So, let's talk about different scenarios I'm seeing. So for some of you, there's a conversation you want to have. You want to tell someone your decision. You want to tell someone you've made up your mind. You want to tell someone you want to be with them, work with them, start something with them, whatever this is. The issue is distance somehow. You are determined to have this conversation in person, but the issue is distance. So you have to wait, right? And while you're waiting, your challenge is to just stay focused, not listen to anyone else, because you'll only start to doubt yourself again. I feel like you've come to a place where you're clear and you're confident in your decision, so you're not going to talk about it anymore unless it's to the person you want to talk to. With that, I'm seeing two things. Either something gets sped up, so the distance gets closed faster than expected or faster than planned somehow. Someone just turns up, and you're like, oh, I was expecting you 2 weeks later or something. Or the contract comes in faster, or the confirmation comes in faster. And you're like, oh, I gotta get into gear now. I wasn't really, I can do it. I just wasn't prepared. I wasn't expecting it. Or for others of you, there's a disruption with travel, or there's a disruption with how fast something can get to you, which forces you to have the conversation online or over the phone. Okay, because you're like, I can't hold on to this anymore. I can't keep it in. I got to get it out, right? So a change in plan either means something moves faster and you got to get into gear and have the conversation, say what you got to say, sign what you got to sign, apply the decision that you've made, basically, right? Or for others of you, there's a disruption that causes a delay. And so you're not able to have the conversation in person or sit across from the person, have the negotiations, whatever, in person. But you're saying, you know what? I don't care. I got to get it out. If it's not going to be in person, I'm going to give them a call. I got to get this off my chest. I have to say what I have to say. Okay? So there could be a call coming in very unexpectedly. And they're going to tell you, like, I really wanted to have this conversation in person. However, because of current circumstances, blah, blah, blah. And you needed to know. I needed to let you know as soon as possible. Okay? There's something along those lines. But it's something that's going to make you very Pisces, very happy. Maybe you're dealing with another Pisces. Or this could be you, where you're going to be making someone else very, very happy. Okay? Because I'm seeing like something happens that's unexpected. You freak out a little bit. Nine of Swords, Ten of Wands. Like, oh crap, I didn't expect that. I didn't plan for that. That means I can't do things the way I planned. But then with the High Priestess, you just take a deep breath. And just go, you know what? I'm just going to make it work. I'm just going to adapt. I need to say what I need to say. If we have to change how I do that, that's fine. As long as I have the same result, I'll be fine. I just need to get this going, right? But that's what I'm seeing. Because for some of you, you're thinking, well, again, you're starting to question it. You're starting to doubt it. You're starting to say, well, you know, if it's not going according to my plan, I don't know now. Maybe it's not meant to be. Maybe it's not, you know, and you're going inside your own head, and then you're withdrawing again, and you're starting to doubt again, and you're starting to, you know, pull away from it. But that's where you have to listen to your own heart, because your heart is telling you this is what you need to do, this is what you want to do, okay? And this Tower is happening to speed things up, Either they're bringing something to you faster, or they're causing a delay in your plan because you're overthinking it and you just need to get it out. However you need to get it out. You know what I mean? That's what I'm seeing. For others of you, you've already accepted Either set your mind on something else or accepted another offer of a job, contract, place to live type dynamic, business opportunity, what to be enrolled in, I don't know, okay? You've already accepted it. Now you're waiting for the confirmation, you're waiting for the contract, you're waiting for it to be official before handing in your notice, right? And there's that disruption happening where they're saying, well, you might I feel like it gets pushed forward or it gets pushed back a little bit. And if it gets pushed forward, you're saying, well, I don't know what to do now. They're not going to let me out of my contract. They're not going to let me out of working my notice. So you're starting to question it, doubt it, pull away, withdraw. But then you say, you know what, hold on. Or you're talking to someone you trust. You're talking to an advisor potentially. I don't know, who can put your mind at ease. Or you're talking to the person that is making you the offer and you're being very honest, saying, you know what, I would start tomorrow, but I got this thing here. And they're telling you something with the Hierophant. They're telling you something like a loophole, or they're telling you, well, listen, sometimes people do this, sometimes people use their holiday instead of their term. So technically you don't have to be there, but you're still on the roster, but you're on leave or whatever, and then we can put your official date somewhere over there. There's things that can be done, basically. So keep an open mind, Pisces, because I feel like your plan, while it's solid, and I'm glad you're set on it and determined, is going to get tweaked because either you are thinking it's going to need a lot longer and it's actually ready now, and that's why the Tower is happening, right? You're thinking, oh, it's going to take a few weeks, but you're actually ready to go now. So the universe is kind of speeding it up for you. So just be ready to hit the ground running, adapt, adjust, and get going. And for those of you where the Tower hits and it causes an apparent delay or an apparent setback or an apparent pushback, it's not. It's just telling you got to get going, and there's other ways to get going, okay? The way you planned, it's not necessary. You can start faster, right? You're ready to start faster. You're just going to have to adapt and adjust to the circumstances, maybe get some advice or get some wisdom, some knowledge here in terms of how to manage this type of situation with the Magician, find the loopholes, okay? And for a lot of you, like I say, it'll be a simple thing of you're set on an in-person conversation, and because of this, you're just going to have to go, you know what? I'm just going to give them a call, and they'll have to do. I just need to get the message out. I don't really care anymore how that happens. Okay, so it's that kind of situation. All right. But yeah, something unexpected happens today to do with travel, or how fast something comes in, or how fast something that hits your plan either speeds it up or slows it down somehow. That is meant for you to either hit the ground running now because you're ready now, and you're overthinking it because you're telling yourself I'm not, but actually you are. Okay, that's why this is happening. So just think of it in those terms. It wouldn't be coming in now if you weren't ready for it now, So then it becomes, what are you listening to with the Devil and the Nine of Swords? Who are you listening to that's telling you that you need more time, that you need this and that and the other, that you can do this right now? Who are you listening to? What are those fears? Where are those doubts coming from? Okay? And just deal with them because you are ready now. That's why this is here now. And for others of you where it's causing an apparent delay, it's not a delay. It's just asking you to tweak your plan, to adjust your plan. Okay? Speak to an advisor, speak to someone you trust, speak to someone who's been in your situation before. Because you do have someone around you that you could talk to, and it could be the person that you're trying to start something new with, okay, or the company or whatever. And they'll tell you about how you can do things differently, about how you don't really need to do this and that and that. I feel like you're trying to stick to, you made your plan as per someone else's plan, or you made your plan based on someone else's rules or policies or contracts. Does that make sense? And then this person is going to tell you, no, you don't have to follow that. Your plan can still go ahead. You just have to tweak this. You don't have to follow that. Do you know what I mean? The thing you based your plan on, you don't have to follow that. Don't let that slow you down. Don't let that hold you back. All right, so talk to someone. They'll give you that wisdom. They'll give you that understanding. Or adjust the plan however you need to. Because I feel like this is something that has to start. Okay, if it doesn't start soon, you're going to burst. And it's ready to start. Okay, you just have to see that you're ready to start. Or adjust your plan. Maybe not take the entire world into consideration when making your decision, you know, and how everyone's going to be impacted. It's not about them in this current situation, right? It's about you, and you're fully ready to do this, to say what you have to say. So talk to someone. They'll tell you loopholes. They'll tell you other ways of handling the situation. They'll tell you what's really important, what's not relevant that you think is important, right? And they're actually going to go, you know what, that's actually not relevant in this situation. And you'll go, oh, okay. So a legal advisor, or you know what I mean. Because either you're overthinking the fact that you're not ready for this to come in faster, or you're overthinking your plan in that it has to be the way you thought of it. It has to be that way. Someone told you that, or again, you're basing it on someone else's rules, someone else's opinion, someone else's contracts. And then someone else can come in and tell you, actually, you're overthinking it. That's not important. That's not relevant. That doesn't affect you. That doesn't hold you back. That's not your problem. And they just help you kind of clear everything away so you see things completely for what they are, very clearly, and you can get going, right? I hope that makes sense. I hope I've explained that clearly. But the bottom line, Pisces, is you are ready now. Don't overthink it one way or another. Just go for it. Go with it. Okay? So let's see. Oracle energy and advice for Pisces when it comes to this situation. What else do you want Pisces to know? Okay. Bottom of the deck, we have Magic Prayer, number 32. So this is just telling you that this is an answer prayer, star card, wish card, right? This is your answer. This is your moment. This is the time, okay? And it's come to you now because you are ready now, 32, to make the changes you need to make to go from one thing to another, okay? We have Flying, number 20. And this is all about seeing the bigger picture. This is all about rising above. You see how you have a maze there? That could be you overthinking, and you're just going round in circles and round in circles. And this is telling you just rise above, see the bigger picture, right? Talk to someone. Help them, like let them help you see the bigger picture. Because they'll tell you, actually, you're not as weighed down as you think you are. You're not as restricted as you think you are. You're not as unprepared as you think you are. Actually, you can just go now, okay? To do some sort of contract or partnership. And Field of Dreams, number 21. Again, just dream come true energy. All right, it's time to go. Things are ready. Things are ready. This is a completion card. It's linked to another card in this deck, but this is telling you that you have done the work. Everything has blossomed as it's supposed to. Everything has developed naturally. And it's time to believe that and to go with it, to embrace it. Oh, these two came out, 20 and 21, right? Progression, movement, natural flow towards your dream. Oh, and actually traveling, flying, actual flying is happening, okay? Or involves actual flying for some of you. That's really cool. All right, Pisces, so interesting. That is what I have for you today. We're going to do your yes or no question, as we always do at the end. But the bottom line, don't overthink it. If something gets sped up, don't overthink whether or not you're ready for it. It's here for you now because you're ready for it now. And if something is forcing you to tweak your plan, or if something seems to be a setback or a delay when you're looking at your plan, right? Tweak the plan. Tweak the plan. Revise the plan. Don't overthink it and don't try to Don't let someone else or something else control how you do things, dictate when you do things. Okay? It's your plan for yourself. You don't have to take into account all the things you're taking into account that's causing you to overthink, and it's causing you to feel burdened, and it's causing you to doubt and question whether or not you can do this. Okay? And you'll know that by talking to someone, a teacher, a guide, an advisor, an elder, someone who's been in your position before, the person or the company that's trying to help you start this new thing. Just be open and honest with them. They'll tell you the wisdom. They'll tell you the knowledge. They'll clear everything up for you, right? And you'll feel lighter, and you'll feel like, okay, let's do this now then. But tweak the plan and get going, if that's what you got to do, okay? All right. Interesting reading, Pisces. Interesting reading. Because I feel like it took you a long time to get here, where you're clear, you're determined, you know what you want to do, you've put things into motion, you have this new thing coming in. It took a long time to get you here. And so now when something doesn't go according to plan, you can either start to question it again, repeat that cycle, Seven of Cups, the Devil, or you can go, you know what, do I really need to consider this? Does this really impact me? You know, do I really need to care about this? Or can I just go, you know what, actually, that's none of my problems. None of my problems. That's not my problem. None of my business. This is here for me now. So, yeah, good luck to you, you know. Or, I really wanted to do this a different way. However, I'm just going to go with what the circumstances are and tweak my approach. But I'm still going. I'm going for it, right? Okay. So we're going to do yes or no. So think of your question, phrase it in a way that it needs a yes or no answer, and think of a number between 1 and 3. With this type of spread that we're doing, I usually recommend just picking one number. In regular pick a card readings, you can choose all 3 numbers to get messages from, but with this one being so specific, I usually recommend just picking one number. If you absolutely feel drawn to pull 2, it may be because the second one is going to represent your confirmation to the first one that you selected. All right, so what does Pisces need to know? Is it a yes or a no for Pisces? 1, 2, or 3? For their highest good. Is it yes or no for Pisces? 1, 2, or 3? Okay. 1. Yes, Harvey. 2 and 3. Sure. That's okay. You good? Okay. It's literally 2 minutes. Can I have 2 minutes? Number 1, we have the Hermit. Your answer is maybe. So you might want to choose another one, see if you get extra clarity. Harvey, mommy, you're adorable. Yes, but mommy's working. I feel like with this, it depends what you do with it, okay? If it's going to be a yes or a no. With the Hermit, it's in a way, it's tying to today's reading because it's asking you, if you try to figure everything else, if you try to figure everything out on your own or to do everything on your own, it may still happen, it may still come together, it's just going to take longer, okay? If you seek wisdom, guidance, help from others, I feel like that's what's going to tip the scales in your favor. That's what's going to make that star shine clearly, like today's reading, and it will be a yes, okay? So ask for wisdom, and it'll definitely be a yes. Number 2, your answer is no with the moon. We've seen the moon, I think, every day so far. Today I'm getting a rejection is God's protection type of energy off of this moon card. What you're asking about, what you're going for, what you're asking about, I just said that. There's something unknown about it. So it's almost like where you wish for something, but you don't know what goes on behind the scenes. And God, the universe, knows exactly what's going on behind the scenes, and they're saying, no, that's not for you. And you don't know why, because on the outside, it looks great. And you're like, but I want it. Why can't I have it? You know, but you don't see what goes on behind the scenes, because it's a mess, and it's complicated, and it's difficult, and it's a big challenge, and it would be a setback for you as opposed to the beautiful blessing that you think it is, okay? So for you, this is a case of again, just kind of trust it. Just try to just go with it, because there are things that are hidden from you intentionally, okay, when it comes to this situation that you're kind of looking at and have chosen for yourself. This is telling you there's things you don't know that you're not going to like, okay? If you knew everything about this person or the situation, you wouldn't be wishing for it, okay? It's that kind of message. So I hope that makes sense to you, all right? So I feel like for the time being, release it. Don't pursue it. Don't ask for it, because things will be revealed to you soon enough, okay? This is the type of thing where if you say no to someone, that's when they show you their true colors. And then you go, oh, okay, I'm glad I said no, okay? That kind of situation. Number 3, your answer is yes, big fat yes. There's a sense of success, accomplishment, travel, relocation, getting everything you wanted and then some. Your answer is yes, especially if it's anything related to those matters. Okay, completing something, traveling, relocating, starting something on your own, changing your status somehow, one way or another. Your answer is yes. And if you're waiting for something or someone from afar, this is telling you that yes, it is happening, yes, it is coming. And again, maybe faster than what you expect, okay? But it's saying basically that what you want is on your path already. So just keep doing what you're doing. You're getting there, okay? And it's getting to you, if that makes sense. Okay, Pisces, so that is what I have for us today. I hope the reading makes sense. I hope it helps you. I hope the yes or no questions help you. Okay, thank you all for your feedback on that. But yeah, let me know. Let me know what's going on for you. Let me know what it is that you've made up your mind about and you just want to get going with it, or you just want to get it out, or you just want to, you know what I mean? And with the Tower, it's definitely one way or the other, it's the universe helping you. That's why the Tower hits, okay? Because it may seem like, oh my God, I can't do what I plan to do now. But did you really need to do all the steps in your plan is the question, right? And when the Tower hits, you're like, well, actually, I didn't need 10 steps in between. I could just go there now, you know, something along those lines. So that is what I have, okay? I really, really hope it helps. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.